Over the weekend, the Giants retired the number 25 worn by Barry Bonds, and the Tigers retired Jack Morris's No. 47. Bonds became the 12th Giant and Morris the 7th Tiger so honored, along with Jackie Robinson's No. 42 for both teams, of course. Bonds played for the Giants for 15 seasons and Morris pitched for the Tigers for 14 years and was just inducted into the Hall of Fame. It was a no-brainer for the Tigers once he was in. This whole exercise got us thinking which active players might end up with their own jerseys retired. Who potentially has that immortality in their future? Thus, this week at the 30, in honor of Bonds and Morris, we take a look at the most likely active player to someday have their number retired for every team. Note the wording there. By the way, the player has to be active, but he does not have to be actively playing for the team that will retire his number at this specific moment. Now, some of these teams have a rule that they won't retire anyone's number who wasn't elected to the Hall of Fame. In this case, if there is no obvious Hall of Fame candidate, when necessary, we'll pick the player most likely to be inducted into the team's Hall of Fame. But the general principle remains: who's the active player most likely to go down in history for each specific franchise? Here's our list. American League EastBlue Jays19, Jose Bautista This is probably the last year for Bautista, who is peddling his wares for the Mets, his second team this season. This jersey retirement probably won't end up happening, so they may just have to do a statue of his bat flip. Video: MLB Tonight uses Statcast on Bautista's bat flip Orioles 10. Adam Jones may be traded in August, but he will be forever an Oriole. He's Captain America for crying out loud. Rays3. Evan Longoria He's the best player in franchise history by a wide margin. Red SOX15. Dustin Pedroia Pedroia is already one of the franchise's 10 best players by WAR, per Baseball Reference, in history, and if he ever gets healthy again, he'll pass David Ortiz, who's No. 34 is already retired in a matter of weeks. Also, those 2 World Series championships don't hurt. Video: 2007 WS Gm1. Dustin Pedroia leads off with HOMBRYA and KBBS99. Aaron Judge it's obviously early, but it's not like anyone else is clamoring for the number. LCB and TRA, LI and DIA and S12. Francisco Lindor This is a tough call. Corey Kluber, 28, is right there too, but Lindor could be here for decades to come as a franchise icon. Royals 13. Salvador Perez Anybody else get the feeling that come 2028 we're going to be having the same Hall of Fame arguments about Perez that we're having about Yadier Molina right now? Video: Perez receives World Series MVP award in presentation Tigers 24. Miguel Cabrera Cabrera will end up having been a Tiger for 16 years by the time his contract is over, and heck, maybe even longer. Video: WS2012 Gm3. The Miggy receives trophy for Triple Crown Twins7. Joe Mauer Remember Hrbek has a statue outside Target Field. If he has a statue, they should probably just name the stadium after Mauer. White SOX49. Chris Sale probably pushing it here, but if he ends up spending longer than 7 years the amount of time he spent with the White Sox with any other team, we'll be surprised. WS27, Mike Trout sorry, Vlad. ASTROS27, Jose Altuve the jersey might be retired before the player is. Video, watch Jose Altuve's top 10 moments of the 2017 season ATHLBTICS26, Matt Chapman without question the toughest call on the board, but we'll just imagine a theoretical future where he turns into Brooks Robinson and plays with the A's for the next 15 years. MARINERS 51, Ichiro Suzuki he's not technically retired yet, remember. Video, a look at Ichiro's first and last hits in the majors RANGERS 29, Adrian Beltre if only he could have won one of those World Series, National League ASTBRAVES 5, Freddie Freeman he's still only 28 years old. The guy the Braves didn't trade years ago may end up being an Atlanta lifer and perhaps someday a champion. MARLINS 27, Giancarlo Stanton he's the Marlins all-time leader in WAR by a significant margin. But by the time he retires, will anyone remember he ever played here? Video, Stanton caps off historic 2017 with NL MVP award METS 5, David Ortiz, what could have been? And ATIONALS 31, Max Scherzer he's under contract with the Nationals through 2021, which gives him a lot of time to win some more Cy Young awards. Video, Bose at WSH, Scherzer records 1000K with Nationals PHILLIES 26, Chase Utley we've got 5 years to debate his Hall of Fame case. Okay, probably 10, at least. NLCENTRALDREWERS 8, Ryan Braun is this crazy? This is probably crazy. But we might feel a lot differently about Braun's offense in 20 years than we do now. CARDINALS 5, Albert Pujols Molina might end up having his jersey retired as well, but the Cardinals haven't given out no. 5 since Pujols left and surely won't ever again. Video, WS2011 Gm3, Pujols trio of homers ties series record CUBS 17, Chris Bryant incredibly tough call between Bryant and Anthony Rizzo here, but we'll go with the guy with the MVP award and maybe some more coming. Video, Bryant continues magical year with NL MVP award PIRATES 22, Andrew McCutchen still pretty strange that his old team has a better record than his new one does. REDS 19, Joey Votto at this point, Votto will probably retire a Red, and maybe is the best Red since the Big Red Machine. NLWESTDVACKS 44, Paul Goldschmidt might have gotten started too late in his career to have much of a shot at the Hall of Fame, but he'll be beloved in Phoenix forever. DLDGERS 22, Clayton Kershaw will see what happens this offseason, but 11 years of brilliance so far is plenty. Video, Kershaw sets Dodgers MLB record with strikeout mark GIANTS 28, Buster Posey barely edging out Madison Bumgarner, if just because Posey is less likely to ever play anywhere else. PADRES 23, Fernando Tatis Jr. Heck, why not? ROCKIES 28, Nolan Arenado the question, as with many Rockies, how long will he remain a Rocky? Video, must-see cycle, Arenado gets cycle with walk-off homer. Will Leach is a columnist for MLB.com.